Hello everyone, so I'm going to show you how I built up this effect here, or this scene here, I guess you could call it. There is quite a few details to it, so it's a lot to go over, but we'll see. Um, I, my only problem that I might run into is the colors. I'll try to get everything as close to the original as possible, but again, I'm redoing it, so it's going to look a little bit different. Alright, so let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and mask out Victor. Okay, so I have him masked out. I'm going to go ahead and create the background real quick, just so we have something to put it all against. And I'm going to open this over here on the side just so I can grab the colors. That didn't work out in my favor. Okay, that's close enough. Okay. So I'm going to first start with this effect here, this area. So first I'm going to just scale him down. I believe it starts a little bit over here, gets bigger, and then... Alright. I'm going to duplicate this layer, the masked one. Well, let me blur him a bit. I don't want him to look at me. Cool. Alright, I'm going to duplicate the masked layer. Then I'm going to pre-compose it. We'll go into that layer. I think this is going on for too long, so I might cut it down. About here is good. Okay, so I'm going to redo that. Just delete that. Okay. Sorry, I just need to trim everything down real fast. Cool. Alright, we're going to duplicate that layer, pre-compose it. We'll call this the echo mask. Cool. So we're going to start over here. We're going to scale it down just a bit. So I'm going to do the scale first. I want it to get a little bit bigger. Then go back down. Just going to edit the graph real fast. You can kind of make the graph a little bit funky. It'll look cool in the echo effect that we'll add onto it later. Alright, now we're going to mess with the position. And over here. Okay. I don't know why the position is not popping up. Oh, it's at the bottom. So around here, I'm going to add a matte and also boost it up a bit, just so it does a little bit of a glitch like that. Then we're going to add our paper effect. I'm going to go ahead and tint this, swap it. Switch that around, then make that an alpha matte. Okay, that should work. Now I am going to add the echo onto it. Make this 33 echoes. the composite. I have to figure out what I composited with. Yeah, that one. So you see how it gets a little bit of that texture in there? That's why we did that matte. I think it breaks it up and makes it a little bit cooler than before at least. So I also want to add a little bit of a flicker on and off tint effect. Well, let me see what's... Okay, so it is already tinted. Never mind, we'll just keep it black and white. I believe I made this overlay. Yeah, that looks right. I also added a little bit of a blur to it. I remember I added fast lens blur, but just so you guys can use the comp, I'm going to go ahead and use camera lens blur. Two. Alright, cool. So next I'm going to just do a little bit of a scale down. Scale him up here and then he'll gradually go down. And it'll look nice with the text. Now I'm gonna add the matte, kind of like what we did with the echo mask. But we'll just have it go to the side. Let me see if there's a drop shadow or anything. Nope. It's plain Jane. Let's put it a little bit brighter. There we go. Alpha matte it. Then we'll move him to the side. Awesome. Okay, so next I think we can do the text, because that's the next most time consuming thing. Okay. So the two fonts I used was Railway and Rising Star. Let me just get that real quick. I want to recreate this gradient. I know I did the layer styles. So what you just do is you right click on your layer, go to layer styles, gradient overlay. I'll just do my best to recreate that brown color from memory. Probably not great since I'm not the best with color, but like I said, it is just going to be close to the original. Okay, that works. And, oh, I want this to be like that. Align her in the center. Then the tracking. Yep. Duplicate that, add the shine. Rising star. And I do not want the first animator on it. I just want it to be the font. And we will rotate her a bit. Rotate her as well. Okay. Yeah, the color isn't exactly the same, but it's gonna have to do. Alright, so I believe I did a simple animate transition, or not transition. Motion graphic thing. I don't know what to call it. Ramp up in the advanced settings. This is just my go-to settings for all my animation presets. I hate what that is doing to the text, so I'm going to take the layer style off. I need to workshop that a bit more. Maybe it's ramp down. No, that can't be it. Ramp up. Maybe it's index. No. I mean, I think that's... Oh. Reset. Maybe it's ease low that I'm supposed to do. Yep, that's the one. Sorry about that. Wait. I don't remember if it animated up or down, but you can just change the position based on whatever you want to do. Okay, for the sake of this tutorial, I think I'm just going to move on to the next part, which would be the... Just scale that down. Get a box around it with the shape layer tool. Just hover over it like so. Then we'll put it under that text. I'm going to take the stroke off and make this back. Okay, it's a darker brown. So we'll try to get it close. Then I'm going to teach you guys a good trick to center everything within a confined space or box or shape. Make sure the anchor point is in the middle for both of them. Click on both of them, go to the Align Window tool. If you don't see it, go to Window, Align. Just do that. I'm going to point this or parent this to the text. So now that it'll move with the text when I do the bouncy thingy. Okay, I want to kind of follow the contour of this line. Does it? Yes. Okay, so what I want it to do is bounce. I'm gonna use motion 2 for this because that's what I used. Yeah, something like that. I'm gonna put this behind those things. Cool. Okay, so next we can work on this little thing here. We're almost done, honestly. There's just a few more little details that we gotta add. tint, swap that again. Add this all the way in the back. So now I'm just gonna make a intentionally crappy mask. Something like that. I mean, I guess a tip for videos using some kind of paper or whatever, making a rough mask like this just adds a little bit of detail. So, and it's very easy to do, so it's not like it takes a lot of time to do this. You just gotta make sure it looks kind of okay. Intentionally ugly. Okay, that'll do. Gonna add a drop shadow. And I'm pretty sure I overlaid this as well. But yeah, I just had this come into screen. Edit the graph a bit. Oh, I guess I should have separated the values first. We just need the x-axis for this, so I'm gonna be sure to select that one. And I wouldn't worry about how smooth things look. We're going to add some posterized time and fuck all that up in just a moment. So the only thing I couldn't find was this little black thing in the corner. I'll figure out what I'll do for that in a second. I'm gonna do the rest of the stuff first. Here's a little bird thing. So when I give out this project, I can't give you guys the textures because they were all paid for, and I'm not trying to get sued. So you can definitely use Google to find similar things, though. Just saying. Okay, so here's another thing I want to point out. Good little tip. These little dots here. Well, let me get the selection tool. These will help make your position keyframes look a little more dynamic. So I'm going to go ahead and F9. Create something. Oh, forgot to separate again. F9 again. And now I would do something kind of funky with the bird because it's just the detail. I don't think I had it that crazy, so I might tone it down a bit. We'll just use this. Cool. Alright, so I guess for that corner we could just add a rough black mask or shape thingy. Roughen the edges, kind of make our own little paper mask. Drop shadow. Get white. There, you have your own little paper mask thing. Might even put a little bit of an expression on this so it moves. That's another tip. This time times 100 or 200 Works very well when there's an evolution property. Just remember that for when you use turbulent displace or turbulent, I don't know. Okay, so I guess the last thing you could add is starburst effect. Starburst, let me see if I can, or, oh, CC starburst, there we go. Let's see if I can remember exactly how to do it. I mean, you could honestly just use it like that, and then add a fill, a white fill. But I guess you cannot use it like that because that's crazy. Yeah, something like that. And just maybe take the speed down a bit. I don't think I had it that fast. So the rest I put on it was misfire and posterized time. I'll try to recreate that. Where are you, misfire? I don't want people to get mad at me for using the legacy version, but that's what I used, so that's what I'm most comfortable with. Yep, that's looking right. And this one, yeah, looks about the same. Except for that gradient on the text, but I cannot be bothered. Alright, so posterized time, I believe I did 12 frames per second. Yeah, that seems right. And then I added a camera shake. Legacy again. Sorry guys if you don't have it. And then to kind of pull it all together, I used lens blur. I'm pretty sure I used fast lens blur, but I'm trying to use the least amount of plugins as possible. Just because it's bothering me, I think I want to add a little bit of glow on the text. I may take it off, but let's see how it looks. Also, my go-to glow for text and stuff is glow highlights. I might have already mentioned that in another tutorial, but it needs to be said again. My borderline want to just feather out this here. I kind of really like that. I mean, that wasn't really part of the style, but improvisation. That's the word. There we go. Then, of course, you can add these lines and stuff, but I think you've seen me do that a lot of different times, so you know how to do it by now, or you should. If you guys have any questions or any requests based on stuff I've done, let me know on Discord, and I'll see what I can do. Thank you guys, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.